My husband just had one job, watching our newborn. His eyes were on our neighbor instead of the stroller, and now, I just tore all my scars chasing after my kid. I'm still shaking from what happened. I, 25F, have been with my husband, 30M, for 6 years. We have a girl, 3F, and a newborn boy. But tonight, things almost took a turn for the worse. My husband has always had trouble paying attention, but I never thought it would come to this. Our neighborhood is weirdly laid out, with cars zooming by at crazy speeds at all hours of the day. I was folding clothes when I heard our toddler scream, "Dad, help." That tone made me drop everything and sprint outside. What I saw made my blood run cold. Our newborn, in his stroller, was hurtling directly towards the busy street. I screamed and ran to him, barely stopping the stroller in time. My baby girl's hands and knees were scratched up because she tripped trying to run after the stroller. I snatched up my baby, heart pounding, and looked everywhere for my husband. He wasn't watching the newborn. Instead, he was chatting with neighbors, completely oblivious to this entire situation. The anger I felt was unlike anything I've ever experienced. I stormed up to him, shouting in disbelief. He looked shocked at first, then realized what almost happened. The apologies and tears came pouring out, but it was too late. I couldn't wrap my head around how he could be so careless, so blind to our toddler's screams, and the stroller rolling away. I packed up and left with the kids, staying with my parents. They're on my side, but my husband keeps texting, begging forgiveness, calling it an honest mistake. I can't shake the terror of almost losing my baby because he couldn't focus for a single second. My baby girl got hurt in the process because he couldn't pay attention. I almost lost my son because he couldn't pay attention. I can't stop crying. I feel so guilty. I wish this all never happened. I just want to hold my babies, and I can't stop shaking every time I think about it. What if I was just 1 second late? Would I have been planning a funeral? The reason I left the house instead of him was because I hated that house. I didn't feel like it was safe for the kids with all the traffic, and I was right. It's my husband's work house. I can't be running either. I had a C-section less than 6 weeks ago. A lot of people are asking why I wasn't watching the kids. I was doing their laundry like a parent. He takes them for walks to have bonding time with them. He literally created this by himself. This has never happened before, so how was I supposed to know? People are also asking why didn't I get him checked out? I'm clearly not his mother. He is 30 years old. I'm sick of people acting like I have to parent my own husband while I literally have a newborn, a toddler, and I'm still healing from a C-section that I teared my stitches from when I ran to get my baby. I don't care if it was his ADHD, the court wouldn't care either. If he unalived my child, he would have went to prison, either way. Update 1. The neighbor's wife sent me the footage, and I really can't just wrap my head around it. So, my husband was walking with a stroller, and my toddler was in front of them when they passed the neighbor's house. My neighbor was outside, washing his car, and my toddler saw his pet cat and stopped to pet it, so my husband stopped and left my baby on the road. He didn't even bother locking the wheels, and he walked all the way up the driveway, not even bothering to look back at the baby. He had his back to him for about 5 minutes before the stroller just suddenly started moving. I think it's because the road is on a hill, or it could have been the wind. My toddler never went near the stroller. It couldn't have been her. The stroller started going down the road, and that's when my toddler started screaming and running after it. The neighbor started running after my daughter when she tripped. He tried to pick her up, and that's when the neighbor's wife's car came into frame. She stops the car and starts running back the way the stroller is heading towards. After that, you can't really see anything because it's all out of frame, but you can hear all the commotion. Meanwhile, my husband just stood there the whole time, hand on his head, with a blank stare on his face. He didn't even do anything when our toddler was crying from hurting herself. He only started crying when I confronted him. I genuinely do not know what to do. I'm panicking. This was never the life I wanted for my kids. I don't understand why he was standing there. I have not even gotten a text or a call from him since I got sent the video. It's just been silent. I just can't get the sound of my daughter's screams. That's the sound that no mother wants to hear. I can't explain at the moment, but it felt like my blood went cold. And I just felt pure fear. I never want to watch the footage again,